Hello everyone, it's Ashwin here. Obviously, I'm sure you guys can make out with the visual reference here. It's wonderful to connect with all of you here. It's one of its kind. It's a new attempt, and hopefully I'll be doing this more often in the future. And it's wonderful to be connecting with you, all of you. And I hope the questions keep coming in. I have a few questions already stacked up with me. I'm going to take one by one and hopefully answer everything today. My first question is from Mr. Kunal Vasaikar. He's asking me, okay, he's obviously complimenting me. You are one of the smartest bowlers in world cricket and you like to plan your wickets. What is it that you plan when a batsman is taking you on? Yes, I get a lot of kick out of planning my wickets and strategizing my particular dismissal. But when a batsman is taking me on, the plan is very simple. I try and make sure what is the most difficult shot for him to play, and I try and shut him down. So the best option for me in a limited overs format game is to try and take the batsman away from his comfort zone and make him play a shot that is erroneous. So that's what I look to do, and I think that pretty much answers your question. My next question is from Mr. Rupesh Reddy. How do you manage to get wickets and save runs on pitches which favor only the batsman and fast bowlers? Okay, just to give you a little bit of an insight about what these pitches are like is these pitches generally have a lot of grass on them, and when there is a blade of grass on the wicket, it doesn't give the ball. I mean, if it is soft, obviously the ball will grip, but if it is really rolled in and hard, it tends to slide onto the bat. It's pretty much like a mosaic floor, a newly laid mosaic floor. So it becomes very difficult to get the ball to spin on the batsman. So it's more about in the air and a little bit of guile and a little bit of planning and a little bit of smart thinking on the feet. So when I find such wickets, it's pretty much about adjusting the length. I try and alter my length and lines and make sure I really stifle the batsman and ask them to go for that risky shot over a fielder, which is going to be very difficult. So that's pretty much how I try and plan my dismissal on such wickets. And the most important thing to do is to try and not go for wickets and be smart on those kind of pitches. The next question is from Ishan Bhattacharya. Is it difficult to adjust to different conditions as a spinner? If yes, how quickly do you adjust to a particular condition? And who is that one batsman you've enjoyed bowling to the most? See, I think the conditions are always going to be a challenge to adapt because you play most of your cricket in certain part of the world, and then when you embark on your journey, how much ever you can draw from your previous experience, you know what needs to be the process. But in as much as the process is important, you need to have the time in that particular country or particular city to adapt to. I mean, city is a overstatement, to a particular country, and you need to get into a certain rhythm, the speed, the kind of revolutions you need to put on the ball. So it does take a bit of time. For example, this time in Australia, it took me much lesser time because we spent 4.5 months. I exactly knew where I had to be, but the preparation takes a wee bit longer. And that one batsman I've really enjoyed to bowling in recent times has been obviously Glenn Maxwell. I've had a good battle to revive with him, and it's been good fun. I've been getting one up on him recently, and that's a good space to be in. And Steven Smith has also been a very good batsman. He's very quick on his feet. Okay, moving on to the next question. The next question is from Saurabh Patel. His question is, how did you develop yourself after the Australia and England tri-series before the World Cup? What are the new variations you're trying to implement in the current T20 World Cup, and what is the importance of Captain Cool in your career? Okay. See, that 2015 tri-series, I was not playing, so I decided that I will take the route of trying to improve myself over that span of time, because as an international cricketer, you don't get much time to work on your game. You just pretty much trying to adjust and adapt and get on with your game and try and, as far as I am concerned, I plan my cricket. So that's how I take my cricket forward. But when I get that time, there are two options you can take. You can either sulk, you can either complain, or you can just go into your drawing board and work on something. So that's pretty much what the option I took on that occasion. And I was just working on the different speeds I could bowl at, how I could extract the maximum bounce in the Australian conditions. And eventually worked on my actions, got a bit of help. When you're open for help, it does help, and people were there to actually help me out with different techniques. So that's how it panned out. And my next question is from Mr. Rohit Kaushik. What is the naughtiest thing you've done in life? There've been quite a few naughty things that I have done, quite a few crazy things. And one of those things was recently with my friends when we were going by car to a cafe in Chennai. My friend accidentally cut across and he hit a motorbike, and we were sitting inside, and as soon as he hit the bike guy started abusing him and all that. So he got scared and just started driving past him. So I told my friend it was very, very unethical and it was very, very rude of him to do that. So he ended up saying, let's ask for pardon and let's say sorry, and he stopped the car in a corner. And as soon as we brought the windows down, me and my friend started laughing out. And immediately this guy started chasing us all the way, and we had to really drive fast and get away. I mean, just a bit of prank in the really busy schedule. That's the most craziest thing I've done in the recent past. So my next question is from Mr. Arjun Prasad. What Dhoni says when he brings you to start your spell? Okay. He generally doesn't say much. He pretty much, I mean, in a T20 match or when there are field restrictions on, the only thing that we discuss about is which of those two fielders to put on the fence. And this is not just today. For a very, very long period of time, it's been an understanding that I will, if at all I'm getting hit, I will get hit where the fielders are. So that's as much as you can ask from a bowler in a T20 format, especially when he's starting up. And those are the kind of conversations we have. And before the start of a over, when I come back in the death overs, he tells me which side of the ground the batsman is targeting, and accordingly I take my options. And sometimes when I'm in a little bit of a doubt, I ask him what is the best option to take. Is this the right option to go for? Just a reaffirmation. That's pretty much how we have a conversation. Okay, my next question is from Farman Siddiqui. Who's your favorite batsman to bowl to in the nets? Okay. That's not a difficult question. That is a question that really gives me nightmares, because when you're bowling to Indian batsmen in the nets, and especially some of my teammates, they just take you to the cleaners. From the first ball, there is hardly any sitting rhythm or setting rhythm when you're bowling in the nets. To the likes of Virat Kohli or Rohit is okay. Rohit just starts off a little sedately and then starts to hit the ball. But pretty much most of them just keep going hammers and tongs. So you feel so small sometimes that you're probably not even good enough to be bowling at these guys. They're very, very good and very adept at what they do. And one batsman I really enjoy bowling at the nets is to Cheteshwar Pujara, because he generally treats it the same way that he treats in a game. Many of the others try and improve what they want to improve, but he generally puts the net practice to maximum use. Okay, my next question is from Venkat Vijay. In the coming T20 World Cup 2016, which batsman is going to be the toughest to bowl in your opinion? I mean, most of the batsmen are going to be tough. They have the license to go from ball one, and it is going to be challenging, especially with the size of the Indian grounds. Compared to what we were experiencing in Australia, it's definitely going to be challenging. The whole T20 format is challenging for the bowlers. If I have to pick on one batsman, it will be very hard for me, because I don't give myself a chance to say, okay, that batsman is going to dominate me. I always go in with the attitude thinking that I will get one better on anybody. So I'm not quite sure who that batsman is going to be, but it pretty much depends on what kind of momentum somebody gathers coming into the tournament. So we'll wait and watch how it goes. And my next question is from Abhishek Saraf, and that question is, what do you think is the key to success for spin bowlers in overseas conditions like England and Australia? Okay, I just played a couple of tests in England. I didn't bowl a lot in one of those tests, so but I've played in ODIs. I've been reasonably successful in England. I think in England there is a lot more that you can exploit in the air, because I mean, I'm not scientifically equipped to answer that at this point of time. My coach says a lot of things about how the air is very dense and moist and all that. So that is one of those things that you can use very well in England. The drift is a big factor in England. It definitely drifts much more than what it does in India. And Australia, from my experience, is the speed at which you bowl. You definitely need to be able to vary your pace. The amount of balls that you bowl slower and faster, you need to really have good proportions in that. And most of all, the best thing for a spinner to happen in countries like England and Australia is your pace attack. If your pace attack is having a good time, you also will have a good time. Uh, my next question is from Tushar Mandi. Okay, I hope I got the name right. Ashwin, you're an engineer. How did the thought of becoming a bowler cross your mind, and what or who inspired you? See, I think honestly it's destiny. I don't think it was anybody that inspired me to be the bowler that I am today. I was a batsman when I was playing junior cricket, and I got into engineering after playing for under 17 India as a batsman. But my bowling gradually developed ever since I played under 17 India, and I think my engineering in a way is definitely complementing my whole cricket, not just my bowling or batting. It taught me a lot when I was able to manage both my studies and cricket. It was a big challenge, but it has probably made me who I am today. My next question is from Jyotik Sahu. How do you transform yourself from being a bowler to a frontline batsman in a Ranji Trophy? I think batting is very simple as far as my mind and attitude comes together, because when I bowl I don't get any wickets for free. So if I can bat, why should I give someone else my wicket away? So that's my thought, and it is not just putting a price on my wicket or on my bat or something like that. It's just that I enjoy batting. I really enjoy batting. There is far more enjoyment towards batting, especially when I'm playing when I'm turning up for Tamil Nadu, because I play slightly higher in the order. It gives me that extra responsibility. Responsibility is the biggest kick for me in life. The next question is from Smriti Sinha. I'm not too sure if this is the girl that really stalks me on Twitter. Okay. You had said that spin bowling is like a software. If you don't try to upgrade it, you will fail by the wayside. What's the new upgrade we can expect from you? See, I think I can only spin the ball in and out, outside a batsman's inside edge and outside edge, obviously. And I think I have the potential to do both. And upgradation is not just in terms of what variety or variation I possess. It is also about what extra I can accumulate in terms of action, revolutions, a little bit of subtlety in my speed variations. It could also be with regard to pace variations without the batsman being able to pick it easily. So these are all even the upgradations that I am talking about. The ability to wholesale, to change something wholesale in your bowling is also some sort of an upgrade. So that is what I am talking about as an upgrade. And the recent upgrade that I can probably, as all of you saw, is the leg spin that I bowled. That I've been trying for the last 2-3 years. I've successfully done it on a couple of occasions, but still trying to master it. The next question is from Lavnish Dar. You got a wicket in the second T20 on a leg break delivery. Is that a new weapon in your armory? Obviously, I just now mentioned about it. Yes, I've been trying to bowl a leg break, quality leg break, and probably a flipper also to go with it, and just to mask it. And hopefully, it is just coming through. I've been trying to do it for over 2 years now, and like any other skill in cricket, it's going to be difficult to master a skill, but leg break is that much more difficult. The next question is from Venkat Gautam. What is your analysis on bowling with both right arm off spin and left arm orthodox? Is that the future of spin bowling? To be very honest, I'm really scared of the experts in India. Otherwise, I would have done this a long time ago. Because I have bowled left arm orthodox and I can bowl left arm Chinaman also. But I don't know if I'll be doing it anytime future. But definitely one day I'll do it. And I haven't done it for some time now because I just shelved it away, wanting to improve my off spin first. So yes, maybe I'll do it sometime. And I think that it's got its own future, definitely with the increasing amount of T20 cricket that's happening. The next question is from Ankush Devrani. If a 10-year-old boy comes to you and says he wants to leave studies to concentrate on cricket, what will be your advice to him? I'm not too sure what my advice would be of him. But I mean, if he's very serious and if he thinks, because I don't think a 10-year-old boy can be really professional when it comes to doing something day in and day out. And I think I wouldn't advise anybody to quit studies to concentrate on cricket. Not because cricket doesn't have a future, it has a far better future than what it had when I was playing as a 10-year-old. But I think you just need a little bit more maturity, and studies and schooling definitely brings much more calmness in yourself, and you have much more better analytical skills generally in life, not just in cricket. So that analytical skills only comes from mingling with boys, going to school and actually writing an exam. I think that whole circle needs to be addressed, and that is why I would not say a 10-year-old boy can quit studies, but definitely he can put studies in the backyard and put cricket in front, but definitely should be able to concentrate and at least pass. My next question is from Laddi Sohail. Is that right? Okay, yeah. Was there a point where you felt that you should focus on your studies and give up the sport? Yes, definitely yes. There was a point when I was constantly jamming my parents with the point saying that they only made me do engineering, and I was very stifled, and I would have become an Indian cricketer earlier if I didn't do engineering and all that. But I don't think it is right to actually do it, because what it does is it actually diverts your attention away from one particular thing. You have a lot more time on your hands, and there is every chance that you'll get spoiled. And my thing was that when I was actually failing in a few exams while I was doing my schooling, which happened obviously due to playing cricket, this particular statement I find now as an escape route to quitting studies and wanting to do something else, not focusing on something proper. So yes, I did, and I am thankful to my parents that they didn't allow me to do it. My next question is from Nimish Nandurkar. Being a legendary spinner, oh thank you, okay. How do you deal with pressure in a high profile match like the India versus Pak game when there are millions of people watching you? I love cricket. Cricket is something that I do play from the bottom of my heart. So irrespective of where or who I turn up for, I play the game with utmost happiness. But the one thing that really sets me apart or sets this whole stage apart is the fact that there is pressure. So if there is no pressure, I'll probably not be playing this game. And if there is extra pressure, I thrive on it. Maybe not so much expressively yelling out or something, but I really look forward to such games. Pressure scenarios, being cornered, being hit, whatever it is, or having failed. These are situations I really love. And coming out of those situations is something I really thrive on, and so I'm very, very happy to be playing high profile matches. My next question is from Vikram Ghule. Who's your favorite young bowler in India right now? Okay. I didn't see this question as a preview, so I'm not ready for it. I don't know. It's going to be hard to put a finger on someone and say he's the best bowler. I went back and played Vijay Hazare tournament for Tamil Nadu recently. I found a lot of good bowlers coming through. Obviously, a lot of good cricketers coming through. There was one bowler from Rajasthan. If I'm not wrong, his name is Manjeet Kumar or something. And he's very, very quick. I don't know when I'll see him next, but he's very quick. There is a leg spinner in Tamil Nadu. His name is Ashwin. He went for big money in the recent IPL auction. It's a good leggy. And I don't know. I can't comment of too many other guys. I haven't seen a lot of them. And even the Haryana's fast bowler Harshal Patel, who turns up for RCB, I find him very, very intelligent, and he uses variations well. Let me move on to the next question. My next question is from Mr. Sandeep Iyer. Which is your favorite format in cricket? I think my favorite format will always be Test cricket, because Test cricket is really something that tests you for a very long period of time, and it is like your lifestyle. If your lifestyle is good, if you live it as your own life, need to sleep on time, have proper food, really discipline yourself on skill sets, turnaround. The turnaround time is so quick between first and second innings. You don't know, you could be bowling and batting immediately on the same day. So it really tests your strength, mental strength, and your physical strength. So I think Test cricket is ultimate for the game of cricket, and I'm sure everybody else will agree. The second is T20 cricket. The next question is from Pranay Sharma. Who is your cricketing idol? My cricketing idol is myself. One step higher, my father probably. He didn't play a lot of cricket. I don't idolize anybody, honestly, because I think I was more motivated to play cricket by my father. He was everything to me as far as my schooling and cricket goes. But I don't think idolizing really works anything. But I copy a lot of people when it comes to my bowling, attitude, batting, everything. I try and see if it really matches my game, if it helps me get better. So I do all that, but as such I don't have a cricket idol. My next question is from Preeti Desai. Is there any specific reason for your jersey number being 99? That's a very interesting question, and I have an interesting answer for it. I got picked for Chennai Super Kings in 2008, the first ever year. And I had no idea about what all these varying color dresses. I think I played about 4 or 5 games under lights. I didn't even know a number concept existed. And I had a roll number 14 in my college, and I really had a very very hard time in my college. I felt so drained and all that, having going to college and managing my cricket. So the guy who called me from the office, from the CSK office, asked me what number you want. I said anything but 14. And days passed by, then we reached practice, and then I got my first jersey. The number was 14. So what actually happened was the guy was so professional that he wrote down saying 14. I don't want 14 is my answer. Anything else is fine. He could have just chosen any number. He was so professional enough to put down 14, and I got 14. So for 2 years I sat out without getting a single game with CSK. And I wanted 9. 9 was my favorite number, all-time favorite number, because that was my roll number through school days. So I went to Parthu Patel and requested him, saying, can you give me 9, because I don't want 14. I think 14 is very inauspicious. I mean, I don't believe in all that stuff now, but then as a kid. So Parthu said, no, I can't give 9. It's very very lucky for me. So I said, okay, I'll add another 9 and put 99 behind it. I just started that way and just kept it all the way along, and it's become very very close to me and dear to me now. That's it. And with that, all the questions are over. Hopefully I've done pretty well, and I'll make sure that this kind of conversation happens more times. And it was wonderful and lovely interacting with all of you. Probably we'll play a game soon enough. Thank you.